Okay, so I returned from Omaha. I was off being sick. First I was off sick, then I returned from Omaha, and just getting over getting sick when I was at Omaha. So that was working out. Still wasn't quite feeling that good, but anyway, hopefully I can get back into the shop and start making some stuff, because I got sheet metal. Okay, I have titanium. I got like 1/4 inch thick titanium. I just don't want to accumulate the dust, the titanium dust. I don't want to do it. Burning down my garage is not worth what's turned out to be just a hobby. So there's that. I'm not going to be this big walk on the scene knife person, that goes to the shows and and has the Chinese collaboration in the factories. And I was shooting for that one time, kind of barking up the wrong tree, because I was going for these cheap knives, and found out later that no, people were actually want $300 to $400 overseas knives. But so it's just a hobby now. It's a hobby. I've taken another path to acquire wealth, and it's a hobby. And I got the lathe, so I'm hoping I can start the pivots and everything else. But anyway, it's just been so many just blocks to getting on my feet and doing this. Whether it's I'm just exhausted after work, whether it's it's rainy, or I was under the weather. I'll be honest, walking my dogs, if I have the energy, comes first. Another thing is I just had plain design block, and I've had some really good fixed blade ideas, but I really don't want to make any fixed blades. I've made enough fixed blades during my time, and I want to make some liner lock folders. And I've just been I've been thinking of stuff. I thought, well, it looks too much like this person's, and it's hard to be original. It's hard to be original, but what I do like, so what I really like, is this new, really diverse, widespread community that is in the knife making scene, and how there's so many people on the scene now, and I'm getting a kick out of it, and I'm getting a kick out of it, and kind of go back to some of the old channels, and I see some content still coming out here and there, but a lot of new makers walking on the scene with video production and everything, doing these great videos, high production quality. Some of them have their own camera guys and editors that do the editing for them. They can focus on the knife making. It's actually a pretty cool thing. Yeah. And if there's, let's say, a community of 500 people, it's kind of hard for a small handful of maybe 10 or 15 people to get in and run things, isn't it? Isn't that much more difficult? Yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to see how this unfolds. And at first I thought, well, maybe the motivation in the knife world. No, there's nothing wrong with them. There is nothing wrong with the knife world. In fact, I think the knife world's never been better. I think right now it's actually it's one of the best times it's ever been is now. Because there's that group of people that enjoy the overseas stuff, and then there's that group of people that enjoy the domestic stuff. handmade items. Everyone's got their thing now, and so I'm kind of liking that. And with more varied opinions comes less bias, I think. There's less. I'm not in a bubble. I'm not in an echo chamber with the same, 4 or 5 people kind of passing praise to one another. Now there's all these different varied opinions, and there's less interests in the subject. It's not as it's more varied. It's more varied. So I'm kind of enjoying that, and I'll still see the certain channels that that kind of they help each other out and things like that. And I know when I see it, maybe go and search for a few more other channels, and I'll find stuff from other people that are more independent. So yeah, I've become kind of accustomed to know how to identify affiliation and how to kind of search for things, and when I find things, whether it's affiliated or not, I've become more steeped on that skill, and I'm more now where yeah, okay, I can see these. I get the vibe. I can get the vibe of, okay, these people here, they know this guy, or they whatever, and then I can get the vibe where, okay, this person here is covering this content at a show or whatever, and they're there, and so this is probably the first time they met the guy, or just maybe met him like 5 minutes before, and the guy said, sure, go ahead and film what I have to sell. So I'm getting pretty good at discerning that. And I'll just be like, oh, okay, more of the same on those other channels, and I'll look for something that's more organic, where I can tell the guy, we just met this baker, and he's showing his wares on the video, just because he's got cool stuff to sell, not because they're getting anything in return. So it can be an acquired skill, but for the most part, I think most people can tell. Most people can tell when it's been kind of, they kind of know the guy already, or whatever. and influencing's influencing. Used to be a huge, massive argument on the community, on the whole, people getting money for showing different things online and affiliations and stuff like that. It used to be a huge controversy, but now influencing's influencing, and if people want to make money doing social media, they should be able to make money doing social media. No, go ahead. I'm just waiting here, and so that's their prerogative. I don't think it has to be a. I just don't think it needs to be this. Oh well, you're making. Hey, you know what? So what? If I don't like it, I just don't watch it. If I don't like the content, I'll go look for something else. Okay, it's no big deal. Doesn't need to be this big drawn out thing. But it used to be kind of this thing where some people didn't like people who had advertising or partnerships, and I personally I don't know what the rules are as far as like disclosure and telling people, like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting a payment from this person to show this good or this item or this product. I just kind of say it sometimes just to say it. I mean, so far I haven't made any money off of showing certain tools or anything like that. I've just shown them because it's a flex for me. A lot of times I think it's a cool thing I bought, so I show it. But I personally don't think that someone needs to disclose if there's a business relationship between a manufacturer and the product they're showing. I just don't really, if a person likes the item from the reviewer, well, you know, they don't have to buy it, do they? And I don't know, I just kind of don't really think that there needs to be this thing like, well, I'm making a couple bucks off of this tool I'm showing. I don't think it needs to be like that. I'm really not sure what the rules are, and if I got into that, I would probably, you know, go through the right channels. But I don't think it should be like that. I think it's the business between the person paying them and the person showing the stuff. Relax, calm down. Calm down. All right. I don't know, just my opinion. And I'm really not quite sure. And I think I personally will tell somebody if I'm getting something for showing something. But I don't think they should have to say it. I don't think they should, if it's a rule, I don't think there should be that rule. So, none of that's legal advice, of course, but just my opinion. But I don't think there should be a rule on any of that. It's a person's business what they want to buy. Yeah, it's a person's business what they want to show on their channel. Yeah, I don't think it should matter. But anyway, and for a while though, I've just kind of gotten to where I've just gotten pretty good though at seeing when someone goes up to somebody, and I can kind of tell. I think they kind of know this person, and I can kind of tell what's going on. Whatever. I don't know.